Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing Danielle Harris's top 10 best movies. Of course she is best known for her role in the Halloween films, but she's been in every type of genre film throughout her career. I think she's very underrated. Apart from starring in films, she also appeared in a ton of TV shows like Boy Meets World, Erie, Indiana, Roseanne, and many more. There's a few films I'd like to mention that she was in, but I felt her role was too small to be considered for the top 10. Those films are Free Willy, Marked for Death, and she had a little cameo in City Slickers. All fun films to check out if you haven't yet. There's also a couple of low budget, newer films she did that were pretty solid. They are Between the Darkness and Inoperable. And lastly, she had a tiny role in Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if you didn't know. She played the pregnant girl Angel. Now, time for the list. Sit back, relax, let the show begin. Number 10 is Among Friends, released in 2013 and directed by Danielle Harris herself. She also has a cameo in the film where she is wearing her iconic clown costume from Halloween 4. Among Friends is a pretty solid film. Danielle Harris is no Carpenter or Daigler, but she does a better job than most doing their directorial debut. It's a fun film set in the 80s where friends get together for a party, but the host has a different idea in mind. She ties everyone up, forcing them to watch everyone else's dark secrets. The host has been watching them with hidden cameras, and she uses it to turn the friends against one another. It's a simple film with a fun cast. It's definitely worth at least one watch. Number 9 is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, released in 2009, directed by Rob Zombie. Not a huge fan of this film. I was extremely disappointed when I saw it in the theater. The best part of the film for me is Danielle Harris. In both the director's cut and the theatrical cut, she's fantastic in the film. And her death scene is the saddest death scene in the Halloween franchise. Especially when Brad Dourif finds her dead on the bathroom floor. It's very sad, and it's a very powerful scene. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 isn't a great film, but on the strength of Danielle Harris's performance, it gets the 9th spot. Number 8 is Hatchet 3, released in 2013 and directed by B.J. McDonnell. The Hatchet series is a fun over-the-top bloody mess. Danielle Harris took over the role of Mary Beth from Tamara Feldman for Hatchet 2. I thought the second one was pretty good too, but part 3 just feels better overall. Hatchet 3 picks up where we left off in part 2. Danielle Harris enters the police station covered in blood. Zach Galligan of Gremlins stars alongside Harris in Hatchet 3. That's one thing I like about the Hatchet films. The cast are always fun, with a lot of notable horror icons appearing throughout the series. Hatchet 3 is a fun ride. Number 7 is Urban Legend. Released in 1998 and directed by Jamie Blanks, Danielle Harris has a small role in the film, but it's just enough to add it to the list. And plus her death scene is pretty cool. When Scream came out, it spawned a lot of rip-offs, similar to what happened with John Carpenter's Halloween. Urban Legend is probably the best of the Scream wannabes. I like the concept of urban legends playing a factor in the way people die. It also has a fun young cast for the time, mixed with some horror legends, with Brad Dourif and Robert Englund doing a great job in their respected roles. Urban Legend is a solid film that I enjoy watching still to this day. Number 6 is Halloween 5, released in 1989 and directed by Dominic Othen and Gerard. I still enjoy Part 5, although it's one of the weaker installments, but still it has a lot going for it. It's got a great atmosphere, great Halloween time type vibes. I also enjoy the cast for the most part, and Don Shanks as Michael Myers is one of the best. A lot of people don't like the mask in Part 5, but compared to the masks in H2O and Resurrection, it's very creepy looking. After the success of Part 4, Halloween 5 was quickly rushed into production, which was probably the reason it failed at the box office. Danielle Harris returns in Halloween 5, and she doesn't miss a beat. I love the scene where she's stuck in the laundry chute. Such a cool idea. Alan Howarth does the music, with the Halloween-themed credits going to John Carpenter, of course. Halloween 5 is still one of my childhood favorites. Number 5 is Daylight, released in 1996 and directed by Rob Cohen. Daylight is a fun mid-90s disaster film, with Stallone still going strong. I like the setting trapped in the underground New York tunnel, and the cast is fun all around, including Danielle Harris. With an $80 million budget, it's the biggest budgeted film that Danielle has ever starred in. It's a fun popcorn movie with lots of explosions, and just a fun time watching them trying to get out of a desperate situation, only to have another devastating situation hit them at every turn. Daylight is a solid film all around. Number 4 is Rob Zombie's Halloween. Released in 2007 and directed by Rob Zombie, it's a remake of the 1978 John Carpenter classic. Doesn't even compare it to the original, but it's a good film. Nowadays, though, I just kind of want to skip the first half of the film and get right down to the good stuff. I like Tyler Mane as Michael Myers. The mask looks great. The cast is decent. I thought the casting choice of Danielle Harris as Annie was brilliant. She has appeared in a total of 5 Halloween films. She is in part 6, the producer's cut only, for some flashback scenes. I'd say next to Donald Pleasance and Jamie Lee Curtis, Danielle Harris is definitely one of the most iconic figures within the Halloween universe. I'd like to see her come back at some point, somehow. Number 3 is The Last Boy Scout. Released in 1991 and directed by Tony Scott. This film is awesome. It just missed my Bruce Willis top 10, so I'm happy I get to mention it here now. It's well documented that there was a lot of problems behind the scenes during production. People say there was just too many alpha males trying to get their way. Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans didn't get along at all, and poor Danielle Harris stuck in the middle. Even with all the problems, a fun film. Everyone delivers a top-notch performance, including Harris playing Bruce Willis's daughter. The film was a decent hit, but Danielle was disappointed because everyone was telling her she was going to be a huge star after the release. But that wasn't the case. She had to take some smaller roles and do TV to stay active in the business. I'm glad she did, because she's very talented. And number 2 is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Released in 1991 and directed by Stephen Herrick. I love this film. It's so much fun. I recently rewatched it and had a blast. There's just a certain charm to this film that I love. Lots of nostalgia with this one here for me. I really enjoy the cast of Christina Applegate, Danielle Harris, Christopher Pitié, Keith Coogan, and Robert Hy Gorman. Their interactions with one another is just hilarious. This is definitely a cult classic and one of my childhood favorites. Number 1 is Halloween 4. Released in 1988 and directed by Dwight H. Little. Little also directed Marked for Death. That's probably why he cast Danielle Harris to play Steven Seagal's niece. Also, Little directed Free Willy 2. And with Harris appearing in the first Free Willy, I always thought that was a funny connection. I wonder if they ever had a conversation about that. Anyways, let's talk Halloween 4. It's one of the better sequels, that's for sure. It was Danielle's first film, and still to this day, it's her most iconic film. I like how the film starts with creepy, atmospheric music instead of the main theme. Then when Michael is being moved to the ambulance, the theme kicks in. It's brilliant. The scenes where Michael is in Danielle's room is still incredibly creepy. And to have Donald Pleasance return, well, that was the icing on the cake. Halloween 4 is great, with a shocking ending. Anyways, guys, that's the list. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.
You gonna get it, bitch! Damn enchiladas!
The Daigler.